Rise and shine, Ravens flock, and welcome back to another episode of Mock Draft Monday. Coming to you on a Tuesday, but Mock Draft Monday series coming here on Two Guys Watching Football. Yes, coming to you on a Tuesday. I want to allow a day to kind of digest the combine. Just wrapped up on Sunday, so just wanted to kind of digest it, see what's going on, and then we'll get right back into it with this week's mock draft post-combine edition. So obviously, we're going to overreact. We're going to maybe underreact to some of those combine performances. Freaky week. A lot of fun, though. If you guys missed it, I did an AMA last night as like a post-combine wrap-up. I'll drop the link down below. Be sure to go check that out. It was a lot of fun, a lot of really good questions. Talked about a ton of prospects at different position groups, so go check that out. And without further ado, let's get into this week's Mock Draft Monday. Same deal as always. Haven't touched anything. Going to probably let it rock to the pick 14 and see what's going on, see how our board falls. Trayvon Walker goes 5th. Malik Willis goes 6th. Kenny Pickett goes 9th. Matt Corral goes 11th. Wow, folks, what a way this board stacked up. 3 QBs go top 13. Could you ask for a better scenario as a Ravens fan? Trayvon Walker going 5th, and then Malik Willis going to the Giants. Kenny Pickett to the Broncos, Matt Corral to the Washington Commanders, I guess we'll call them nowadays. Jordan Davis even going 13. That would be a scary defensive line in Cleveland. Don't like to see that. But it leaves us with this board. And this is one of those scenarios that I talked about in the AMA where, Penning's on the board, but then you have some of these high-level defensive players like Sauce Gardner, David Ajabo, Trent McDuffie, even Andrew Booth. It's just hard for me to justify going with a Penning out of need at offensive tackle over some of these better players available at positions that also make sense in the need category. I'm going with Sauce Gardner. I love the player. He answered all those. He didn't have questions, but he answered any possible questions in terms of athleticism with a second 40 time. He clocked in there. He had a good combine performance. High level shutdown corner potential. That kind of setup. You get Sauce Gardner on the perimeter with Marcus Peters. You got Marlon Humphrey in the slot against 11 personnel. Would work really well against the Bengals. You just can't pass on Sauce here. So we're going Sauce at 14, and we'll rock on. I'm actually going to pause it at 32, just kind of see how this board falls. Okay, we're at the Bills pick here at 25, and if you guys see who's sitting there, Trevor Penning's still sitting there. Wouldn't expect it to happen, but we see it. This is the way the board's falling. Let's see what the Bills might want. So we're gonna have to throw in 45, and can we give 99 and 117? Is that too much? Too little? Dan, go check me on the trade value chart. It's saying very likely. Could the Ravens trade up to 10-25 and get Trevor Penning? Let's see. They did. Oh my. So we passed on Trevor Penning to take the higher upside defensive playmaker in Sauce Gardner. And we still got Trevor Penning after trade up with the Bills. Dan, my guy, go check and see if that trade value makes sense on the JJ chart. It worked, though. So there it is. The Ravens come out. We won't have pick 45. We're going to be sitting here, but we've addressed corner and we've addressed offensive tackle in the first round with an aggressive trade up. It's something you guys want to see. The Ravens take that big risk, make that jump, get up there, get a guy that they're interested in. Very happy to see it all work out like that. That's obviously a very intriguing. Now the Bills are going to try and bait me again for another trade up. We're not going to do that because we're going to need some of these picks. But you got to be happy with that value. Penning I don't see being pick 14, but some of these other guys at pick 25, it's an easy decision there. The Broncos are offering the last pick of the third to jump up. Is there anyone kicking around? You could, are you going to trade up for Chad Muma? I do like Chad Muma. Lewis signs there. Ooh, that's kind of tempting, actually. But no, I think one trade's probably enough. So let's let it rock, get to pick 76, and see what's going on there. Lewis sign, will he fall? All right, let's see what's going on. Wow, what a way sign went. Pick before. What a way this stacks up though. We got Drake Jackson, Arnold Ebiketie, Fedarian Mathis, I just mentioned Drake Jackson, Channing Tindall, Kate Otten. A lot of interesting guys. I'm gonna actually rock with. I gotta go with Ebiketie. I can't pass on that value. Ebiketie makes too much sense. Heck of a player. This is great value for him. Would be shocked to see him here, but hey, Ravens rock with Ebiketie to round out those top three because we traded 99 to get up there to 25. But I don't think you could be disappointed with this fallout, even if you went with like a Drake Jackson instead of Ebiketie. The way this board fell, the way they took positional value, the way we navigated the board just to get the best players available. I think this would be a pretty masterful start to the draft for the Ravens. I really couldn't see any complaints. Makes a ton of sense all the way around. Here we are stacking up. We got Dulcich, Anderson, Doman, Wright. We've already hit a couple of these spots. I'm going to go with Troy Anderson out of Montana State. Super athletic linebacker, I think would complement Queen really well. Got good coverage skills, would kind of help him in that area to balance out where he struggles a little bit more. So Troy Anderson, Montana State gets added in there to that mix. So far, this is probably the best mock draft I've ever had. Penning being there for a trade up is insane value. Would be shocked to see it happen, but would love to see the team take advantage of it, even though it did cost a lot of draft capital. Here we are, pick 126. Just a review. We got Sauce, we got Penning, we got Ebiketie, we got Anderson. A lot of interesting guys sitting here. Damone Pierce, someone I'm really interested in. Alec Pierce, someone I'm really interested in. Quite a few running backs kicking around. Chiggy, I always struggle to say his name. Okonkwo, I think is what it is. Super intriguing guy. Getting a little bit worried on the defensive line front, but we're probably going to have to hit that with our fourth round comps. This is where I kind of feel comfortable just rocking with a little bit of a high upside pick and going with Alec Pierce out of Cincinnati. I think he'd kind of come in and really fill that role that we'll probably see vacated by Miles Boykin with a bare body ex-developmental role. So we're going to go with Pierce out of the University of Cincinnati. He just destroyed the combine, insane speed, really intriguing player. And then we're going to be up here with a couple of comp picks back to back. And defensive line is the big need here. So how can we kind of address that? Let's go out and let's get a big nose in John Ridgeway. And he kind of fills that Brandon Williams role. We're doing it with a fourth round pick rather than an early pick. He's going to come in. He's going to eat up blocks, be a good run stuffer for us. And then let's take another look. I do like Haskell Garrett there, but there could be some other options. I'm actually going to go off the board here, and I'm going to bring in one of my guys. So we got Trevor Penning, and I'm feeling good about that. I'm going to go with Brock Hoffman out of Virginia Tech. Really intriguing guy, developmental interior player, center for the Hokies over the last 2 years. I see him filling in this void really well. He's going to be he reminds me so much of Bradley Bozeman, but he can play a little bit of guard, mostly going to be a center. I'd like to see him develop there for a couple of years. Maybe if the Ravens get a veteran stopgap in free agency, we're going to roll with Brock Hoffman there. Actually, be sure to check out the channel in a couple of days because we're going to be doing a film room with him. He's actually going to come in and join us. So that's going to be really exciting rather than me breaking down the plays, let's get him in here and break them down for us. Should be really interesting to kind of hear his perspective. Did we give up our 6th round pick? I think we might have let me hit this quick because we could wrap this up early so you guys don't have to just watch this. No, I still have it. Okay, so we still got 194. So let's run to 194. But to recap, I mean, insane value here. Sauce Gardner, Trevor Penning, Arnold Ebiketie, Troy Anderson, Alec Pierce, John Ridgeway, Brock Hoffman. We've kind of hit all of our major needs. I'll be hoping in this case that we have Calais Campbell back because the interior defensive line pass rushing situation is probably the biggest weakness. But I think it made sense not to reach there. Let's get to pick 194 here. And let's take a look at what is sitting there. So we got Sincere McCormick, Hassan Haskins. I'm going to rock with Tyler Goodson, running back out of Iowa. We didn't get a tight end. That kind of bugs me, but that's kind of what we gave up to do that trade up when we gave up 2 picks. Tyler Goodson, receiving back out of Iowa, ran a lot of outside zone. Reminds me a lot of Justice Hill's skill set. With him probably not coming back, I think this would be a nice backfill. Complements the skill sets that Dobbins and Edwards have. He's kind of becomes your RB3, can do some special teams, really good receiver, good route runner out of the backfield, really complimentary player to fill out the draft. So there it is, folks. This might be the best draft class I've had in a mock draft so far. Just to recap, so we started with Sauce Gardner as a best player available situation after 3 quarterbacks went early. We traded up to 25 and got Trevor Penning because we saw the value. We took Arnold Ebiketie and Troy Anderson as best players to fill out kind of that rebuild, we'll call it, of the front 7. We get really high-level pass rusher in Ebiketie, coverage linebacker that can be the full player in Troy Anderson. We get Alec Pierce to come in and be that developmental X wide receiver, big body, athletic guy, fits the track team skill set that we've heard EDC talk about. John Ridgway replaces Brandon Williams, comes in as the big old nose tackle, run stuffer. Brock Hoffman comes in as a developmental center, someone that can compete right away. And Tyler Goodson comes in to be a complement in the run game. So let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment down below. What did you like the trade up? Was it too aggressive? Was it perfect? Was this unrealistic? I'd love to hear that because I think Ebiketie being there at 76 would be crazy. But if you're like, that doesn't make sense, swap Drake Jackson, and you guys see what I'm going with there. Drop a comment down below, hit like, and of course, be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Peace out.